And to explain Nasty Nestor to people, he annoyed us to begin with because of his stupid hair. Spiky frosted tips. Yeah. I mean, the man was douche personified. And didn't I just say about how I had gotten over this?
Right.
He's a guy up in Baltimore who did a radio talk show. And I forget which station he did it for at the time. But then he quits that station and then buys his own station. And it was the smallest station ever in the history of radio. It was some little 200 watt. It was something really small. But he makes it his own station, names the station after himself, gives himself a drive time show on it. And he somehow gets credentialed by the NFL.
By the way, that station actually, one ratings period, got a 0.0.
I know.
WNST.
That's a true story. It's 0.0 rating.
And so, of course, as usual, at the Super Bowl, it's usually me and Corby who would go out with the wireless microphones. Well, I went out with the wireless microphone one time, and I run into this guy named Nasty Nestor, and I think I can't even remember how we initially got crossways with him. Was it me putting a mic at their radio show and just over-listening, and he got mad at that?
I believe so.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I thought I was like interviewing him, and it was a friendly interview that turned in the middle of it.
Yeah, it started okay.
Now, the initial
it got ugly.
The initial conversation we had does not survive. We don't have audio of that.
And is that the one where he was sitting at our table and eventually just took the headsets and threw them down and said, "I'm going to leave now"? Was that the first time we had him on?
That may have been the second time.
So, yeah, for some reason I think that was the second time.
Okay.
Because he got mad at us and we made peace when he came over to the table and we talked with him, and that's when he said, "I'm going to leave now." He threw the headset down. Well, Greggo, who used to be a host on the Hardline back in the day, he went over to Nasty Nestor and he talked to him in 2001 trying to make peace with him. I believe this was the third year after we had negative words with Nasty Nestor.
Hey, Nasty, do you want to finish? Do you want to finish talking to us?
Oh, he's refusing to speak.
You don't want to talk to us at all? I just wanted to ask you about your T-shirt. Were you commenting about your T-shirt? You won't talk to me.
Look how comfortable this is.
Boy, it's very rocky.
Why won't you talk to him?
He's just staring Greggo in the eyes.
Ask him about his hat.
Will you talk about your hat?
Oh, yeah.
Will you talk about your Get Nasty T-shirt?
He can't stare for forever, Greggo. Just stay right there. Yeah, he's breaking your gaze.
Ask him what he fears. What does he fear?
What do you fear? Why do you fear us so much?
Oh, he just pushed Greggo.
He just pushed Hammer.
Wow, he lost his cool.
That's as close as he's come. Get away from me. Don't look at me.
There's some other media member who's looking at Greggo's credential.
Wow, Greggo. Nasty lost his cool.
Put your mic over there. Let's hear this.
Tell the security guard we would like to have that man removed.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I'd like to have him removed for touching me.
Well, you can't. Now, that guy's ticket friendly.
We'd like to have that man in the purple hat removed. He's a nuisance.
He's short-tempered and short.
That guy's ticket friendly. That guy's cool. He's the security guy's friend of the show.
Wow.
He just pushed the hammer.
All right, Greggo's back at our
So he got physical with you.
location.
Oh, no.
That's as close as he's ever come to dying without actually dying.
Without actually dying.
Bold Hammer. As close as he's ever come to dying.
I forgot that turned physical.
Yeah.
Man, pushed Greggo.
Yeah. Nasty Nestor can't handle his temper very well. And, I mean, he is such a Chad, too. Oh, he's such a Chad. the frosted tips, the moisturized skin.
And if it wasn't a Get Nasty T-shirt, 2001, that's when the Ravens were in, he would wear his Ravens jersey.
Yeah.
With Nasty on the back.
Hey, that dude got a Super Bowl ring when the Ravens won a Super Bowl. For some reason, the team gave him a ring.
Oh, I didn't think...
Because he runs an absolute fan site.
The team didn't give him one.
I think he ordered one like any fan could.
He made
No,
one.
I thought his was like an official Super Bowl ring.
I don't think the team gave him one, did they?
Maybe he stole one from the team.
I don't know.
So then fast forward a few years. This is when he not only gets physical, because usually his MO was, after he got pissed at us, he just would not speak to us. So he would stare you in the face and wouldn't respond at all. This time in 2004, he actually spoke, and He said 2 words, and they were F off. So let's take a listen.
Where is he?
Go over and talk to him real quick.
Where is he?
In the yellow sweatshirt right there.
Go.
He's
Right
walking
there.
away from us.
Okay, hurry.
This is the man who hates the ticket more than anybody on earth.
We could have
It's Nasty.
contact.
Hey, Nasty, can we talk to you for a moment?
No, go off.
Oh!
Whoa!
That's the most intelligent thing he's ever said.
Wow!
It's never moved
Golly!
You will believe You should have seen Jeremy.
Man!
Oh, gosh. We need to make that into a
we
promo.
dump that.
Yes, we
You
did.
know, you can't say that on the air.
Yeah, really? We can't?
Yeah,
No.
did you know that?
What's wrong with you?
That's what makes him so nasty.
Why are you so high-strung?
You're so nasty.
Why are you so high-strung?
What's that?
Golly. Wait, don't get too close. We'll have to dump him again.
Oh, no.
You already
What?
have.
Go yourself again. 7-second delay.
Ooh, that's good.
that's nasty.
Really good.
You're so nasty.
Whoa, that's good.
You're so nasty and yet so Nestor at the same time.
It's good to see you've grown up, Nasty.
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
Have you ever been that mad at someone for that long?
He has.
How can you sustain that over years?
He
like
has
that?
anger management issues.
Yeah, you're telling me.
Hey, and when did Norm approach him and try to broker peace? Was it somewhere around this time frame?
See, I thought it was even earlier.
That was one of the great peace offerings of all time. I think
When did
that was
Norm
the year
come
of
on
the
board?
hammer.
Because it was like right after Norm came on board.
Yeah, it was right. It was like
2001?
Mm-hmm. It was right after Hammer, and then I think the next day we sent Norm over. And
Yeah, we sent
came
Norm
back
over. Norm
shaking
goes,
his
I
head.
can talk to him because I think Nasty had, for some
Had
reason we
Norm
knew
on.
that he was a fan of Norm's.
Yeah.
And so we sent Norm over to talk with him, and Norm had like a 30-minute behind closed doors sit down with him. And Norm came out of that room shaking his head and walked over to us and said, "There will be no peace."
Okay. All right.
Not even Norm, with the power of sincerity smacks,
You're right.
could break Nasty Nestor's anger.
I couldn't do anything to it.
He gave Nasty a giant bowl of sincerity smacks.
Oh, a huge heaping bowl of
And it didn't
sincerity
work.
smacks. Nope, not at all.
Nasty, are you on the air? Are you on the air? Are you on the air? He just pushed me away.
He pushed you?
Yeah.
God, he hates you.
He hates the station. He just looked at me, he looked at my credential, and he just pushed me. I ought to kick his ass. Did you see that, Rob? You got a picture of him pushing me? Oh, he's got a picture of him pushing
Good,
me.
we're going to sue him.
What a douche that guy is.
Oh.
Good afternoon, everybody. You are listening to the Hardline. We are out here at the Super Bowl, here on Radio Row inside the George Will Media Center in Houston.
Yeah.
The game is Sunday, but the week is the thing. Now, we have Cobra roaming the area with the wireless mic. Cobra, do you have us?
I have you, Mike. Do you have me?
Oh, we have you so well, Cobra.
This is truly a magical moment in the history of radio.
And this is really Radio Row today because everybody's here. I mean,
Yes.
this place is packed.
Right.
Where I, as a human, can walk through these rows of radio people, and you can hear me, and I don't have to be sitting next to you.
Right. And
It's
you
a
can
wonderful
interface
moment.
with our colleagues in the business.
That is correct. Now, this morning, I was not privileged enough to hear what happened with Nasty Nestor. Nestor Aparicio, the host of the Baltimore sports show Nasty Nestor, I guess Gordon walked over to him with a
Nasty
wireless.
Nestor and Company or some such.
Walked over to him with a wireless, and he said to F off. Okay, and he's coming over my way right now, so I'm going to try and, I don't know.
We're going to make nasty.
He may cuss again, man.
Hey, dude. I'm going to leave. No, don't yell F. No, I thought we buried the hatchet. We have nothing to do with the morning show. You realize that? We have nothing to do with it. I'm not lying. We have nothing to do with them. We just want to ask what happened, because last year, don't you remember, we buried the hatchet? Do you not remember? Seriously. Dude.
Not going to do anything.
Boy, Nasty Nestor is not saying a word.
Oh, he is going to be so
So
pissed.
nothing? We're seriously, there's nothing to do with them. I'm not lying.
All right, what just happened there, Cobra?
You don't remember last year when we made nice? You don't remember this, do you? Seriously.
All right, now, Cobra.
Maybe not with the morning show.
Cobra has the
we had him on,
microphone.
But with us.
we had him on the air.
We had you on the air. We buried the hatchet.
Cobra had the
You won't
microphone
even shake my
away,
hand.
and he's
Will you shake my hand as an accord of peace? I won't even say anything to you. Nestor, I'm extending my hand as a gesture. Don't curse.
He made him turn
the microphone
He made him
off.
turn the mic off.
All right, now,
Okay. Now they're talking right now.
Yes, Nasty Nestor is talking to Cobra right now. The microphone has been turned off.
And Nasty knew he knew how to turn it off.
Yes, I believe he did it himself, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. I can't believe he knew how to turn that sophisticated equipment off.
Right, because he's got about a 25-watt radio station that he's on in Baltimore,
And here's Rob, the chief, saying, you know what, we should have double-mic'd him.
Which we could have done very easily.
We could have very easily. Yes.
Are they talking right now?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, they're talking right now.
They are going
They're
at
talking
it.
right now.
Are they, I mean, is it
They are
like
going at it.
It's fairly animated.
Really?
Yes, it's the Cobra is talking in a very animated way.
Why can't you guys make friends down there?
Because
You pissed everybody off.
No, you know why, Danny? Because everybody else down here are nerds.
And we're trying to make friends, Danny.
I mean, we're trying to make friends with Nasty. He won't do it. I mean, everybody is nerds.
See, I just waved at Nasty.
What
He
happened?
looked over this way, and I just waved at him.
What happened between him and Gordo?
I don't know.
I don't think anything.
I think Gordo was trying to talk to him, and Nasty just gave him a big F off.
Right.
Is he wearing his Ravens jersey?
No,
he's not.
And he hadn't worn any jerseys at all this week. At all.
Yeah, he's not really. He doesn't have a banner up anywhere. He's not really doing a lot.
He's very low key.
Yeah,
for
this
Nasty.
is low key Nasty we're seeing this week.
All right, we're going to have the story here because Corby's going to come back.
Without Nasty?
Oh,
Yes.
without Nasty, but apparently Nasty broke the mic.
What?
I think he broke our mic. I think he did. We're going to get Cobra on here. He's putting on a
All right,
headset.
he's putting
We're
on the
gonna find
headset
out.
here.
We're going to find out.
What
Did he
happened
break our
there,
mic?
Cobra?
Hello?
No, he dumped the battery out and took the battery.
And he won't give the battery back?
No, we got the battery back.
What the
Okay,
hell
now-
is his problem?
What about that animated conversation you two were having?
He says that he's not a bad guy, but he does not want to be made the fool of in Dallas. Therefore, he will not talk to a wireless microphone. He says at 5:01, he is off the air. I guess that's local time. 5:01, he's off the air.
Right.
And he will come over and join us then. But he will not talk to the wireless mic.
Why? What difference
What's
does it
the
make?
difference?
He goes, the way to approach someone is to come up to him and ask if you would like to be on the radio show, not to shove a live mic in their face. He says no one on Radio Row likes that. Meaning no one likes us, is what he was trying to say.
Gee.
That the Brotherhood of Radio does not extend to the ticket.
The Brotherhood of Sports Talk?
Yeah,
We're being shunned by the Brotherhood of Sports Talk?
right. So I was just trying to tell him, I go, was I accosting you in any way? Was I being rude in any way? Was I?
No, not at all.
I thought I was like, it's not us. It's the morning show that did that. I just want to, just talk to you. Just
Right.
say, hey, what's going on?
Musers. We're not affiliated with the morning show.
Right.
I like that.
The Musers suck balls.
Mike, come on.
So at 5 o'clock, would you guys like to have him on again? I don't know what we're going to say to him. We're just going to ask him why he was so put off by Gordon this morning. I mean, he's more than welcome to come join us as far as I'm concerned.
Sure.
Sure, why not?
Having Nasty on here.
Why not? Maybe we can talk sports with him because he's full of hot sports opinions.
Let's hear what happened this morning with he and Gordon.
Where is he?
Hey, go over and talk to him real quick.
Where is he?
In the yellow
Over here, over
sweatshirt
here.
right there.
Go,
He's
right
walking
there.
away from us.
Okay, hurry.
This is the man who hates the ticket more than anybody on earth.
We could have
It's Nasty.
contact.
Hey,
Nasty, can we talk to you for a moment?
No, go off.
Oh!
So, there. At least he didn't say that.
That's all we got?
Well, yeah, it happened again, though.
Oh.
They walked up and it happened again.
Wow.
So at least he didn't say that. But
That's
he
not
will
very
not.
professional.
God, it was a really shrewd move of him just to reach down there and click the battery off and just dump it into his hands.
That was a great move.
It was.
That was
I
a
was like,
terrific
wow.
move.
That was a master stroke.
I wouldn't
And when we
think
get
it-
him over here at 5, we'll tell him how much we admire him
Yeah,
for that.
I mean, that was... I wouldn't think he knew how to work that.
And I didn't have the brains to put the battery back in the right way and turn the microphone on. I had no idea how to work it.
There. Who is that?
That's a jockey, Gary Stevens.
Oh, it is? Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So is the wireless working? Oh, it is? Okay. Let me grab it again.
I thought Nasty might have broken it or something. Might have broken it.
You know,
So you're going to go back out there?
Check.
Okay.
I guess. Or is it break time?
No.
Okay.
it's close.
Okay.
Okay. Maybe you can do another thing or two out there as you make your way around the Brotherhood of Sports Talk.
All right, I'm trying to
Don't get near Nasty because we're violating some kind of rule.
Some sort of FCC
radio
airspace.
row rule.
Right.
Which inhibits our ability to keep on trucking with hot sports talk.
Right. Right.
And singe the butt hairs off of listeners with hot sports opinions.
Right.
No fiery sports opinions.
All right, just tell the story of what's going on here?
Yes.
Yeah,
okay.
Go ahead.
So, is our decision now whether or not to fly in the face of the NFL?
That's basically what it comes down to.
Set what up? I thought he already set it up.
Well, no.
We've been talking about Yanni.
Oh,
We've been
Penis head.
We've been promoting Yanni.
sorry, I've been trying to get Aikman.
Is he going to come over?
No, he can't do it.
Oh, bummer.
So tell the story.
Well, I don't know the story.
Well, essentially...
It has to do with Nasty Nestor. I know that there have been some other developments in his scene today.
Well, I don't know what happened. I don't know the genesis of this. All I know is this morning, Gordon was doing wireless stuff, and the NFL came over in the middle of it and said no more. And I'm not sure if Nasty's the one who put him up to it. I'm sure he is. But they came down and said, that's it.
Said we can't do any more wireless
No more.
stuff.
No Moss. And I guess they
Now, does
say
that mean the Dunham & Miller show or the whole ticket? Did they specify?
I'm assuming
The
it's
Musers.
the ticket in general.
Has anybody told you specifically not to go wireless?
No one's told me. No.
And who is this NFL?
I don't know. They said they told the morning show that some people around here are getting agitated.
Who is getting agitated?
Well, I'm sure it's Nasty, and that's it. He
Okay,
wouldn't
who else?
complain. And you know what happened was, George and Craig complained to the NFL because Nasty was cussing on their airwaves. They probably came to him and said, hey, we hear you're cussing.
Yeah.
And then he goes, well, here's the deal.
I bet it was.
They're shoving mics in people's faces.
I knew that was a bad
Why did
decision.
they do that?
I knew that was a bad decision yesterday. Being a tattletale never helps you out. Never.
What is the matter with those boys?
I don't know. So now...
What are we going to do about this?
But then he threatened groups.
Yeah, Groups
He
walked over
threatened to
there
kill Groups.
and was just kind of hanging out while Nasty was talking to... I'm not going to get into the whole story, but he was hanging out there while Michael Irvin was on with Nasty. And he said, he looked over after the interview and basically said, if you're taping this right now, I'm going to effing kill you.
That could be perceived as a threat.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And you know, young Groups' father, he's kind of an attorney.
He might have picked the wrong person.
Right.
Might have.
Mic off.
So, whatever. I don't care if we go wireless or not. I mean, I think we should. What are they,
I do.
What are they going to do?
Well, what they will do is kick us out of here. And they can do that. And then next year when we apply for credentials to go to the Super Bowl, they can say, no, you guys can't be here. That's what they can do.
I think
now, will they do that? Don't know, but they can.
I think another threat that was made either to Groobs or to someone on the morning show was that if we put a mic in his face or if we tape him secretly or whatever, he will make sure that we never broadcast from the Super Bowl again. Nasty said that to Groobs.
Why is he messing with Groobs?
And he said that the NFL has his back.
Okay. He's on a radio station in Baltimore that is powered by a big lighter. The NFL does not have his back. They could care less about him.
Well,
we cannot let this little twerp back us down.
Well then, all right. Enough said. We'll go wireless here in a half hour or so.
This is the ticket. This is the mighty ticket. And twerps in Baltimore.
I thought it was the little ticket.
It changed. It changed.
We just changed. We may be little, but we don't get backed down by a twerp like that.
And he's such a tremendous douchebag. He's wearing a jersey, like a NFL jersey.
It's like Reiner. It's an old Houston Oilers jersey, like Reiner would wear. But Reiner doesn't have any throwback jerseys with Reiner on the back.
Yeah, he has his last name on it.
His name on a on a throwback Oilers jersey.
Well, last year, he was walking around with that Baltimore Ravens jersey that said Nasty on it, on the back of it. A legitimate jersey with Nasty on it.
Right.
And he's got a Baltimore Ravens Super Bowl championship ring, too.
Which he bought, no doubt.
That he said the players wanted him to have.
The players up there hate him.
Wanted him to have.
They hate him. The Orioles hate him. The Ravens hate him.
I know the Orioles hate him.
Anybody having anything to do with Baltimore sports hates Nasty.
And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to call Rafi when we get home and poison him to Rafi. And say, whatever you do, Rafi, don't have anything to do with this little twerp.
See, I think it'd be funny, though, if Rafi's people called up there and said, hey, we want to come on. Oh, then he'd be on in a heartbeat. And then Rafi go on and just be like, you know what, you little peckerhead.
Yeah, but we can't get Rafi to fight our fight.
No, I know. We can do it ourselves. I'll just tell Rafi about it, though. I said, hey, if this nasty guy ever wants you to come on, don't go on.
Yeah.
He probably won't.
He'll have our back.
He probably won't. And he'll tell him why.
All right, in 2006, I tried to sneak up behind Nasty and listen in on his show again. It didn't go well, and I think this is the time when he sexually assaulted my microphone.
That's who this is. Let's take a listen. Nasty Nestor.
Is it? No. Patches. I want the Super Bowl patch. I was going to wear your jersey all week in honor of Mark. If you made it. The next year?
No. What's that?
No.
No what? No what? We're just covering some of the...
No.
What's that?
I know what you guys are doing. Just go.
No, we just wanted to listen a little bit.
There he goes.
We can't listen
You
a
are
little bit?
listening to our live coverage right here. It is all brought to you by
You don't need a microphone to listen.
Mortgage Solutions, Blue Dot,
No, we're listening.
Fishing, and of course, our friends at Toyota.
We're listening on the air.
Huh?
We're listening on the air.
Is that his producer?
Yeah. Boy, can't we Nasty?
Okay.
Whoa, dump
all
that.
right.
I'm here doing Get away from me.
Okay.
Doing what?
Get away.
Wow.
Let's bring Gordo down until he's
Hey,
up.
who was that, Gordo?
Nasty Nestor.
No, I mean, who shoved you and cussed at you?
No,
That was-
Nasty
that was
Nestor.
Nasty
He's
after
the
he
one
took
who
a break.
actually. He's the one who actually shoved.
You're kidding me.
No.
They
That
make
guy
physical
is
contact?
out of control.
Yes.
All right, we need to file a complaint with security that you were attacked by Nasty Nestor.
Attacked? Yes. He pushed my arm and I can't. I think he broke my femur as well.
You having a hard time moving your neck?
Yes, I'm having a difficult time right now. I'm having back pains and
I cannot believe that he shoved you.
Listen to it, Gordo.
We
So
should've-
Tom Green. Well, we're listening.
But we're just listening to the show. I don't know. As his producer, I can't remember whether it was his producer or an official there saying, hey, no, you need to stop this.
No.
Because, see, Nasty would go to the NFL after every one of these and complain about us, which I never understood this, but because he was the complainant, the NFL would always take his side.
Yes.
They would always warn us. He's on a 500-watt little radio station, doesn't get any ratings.
And we're a 3-time Marconi winner.
You damn hell. But they were always deferential to him. When
That
he
was
was
weird.
the one who would yell and cuss and cause scene and push.
Well, he bought
You
a lot
get
of their
physical
gear,
with us?
so maybe that's why.
Now, not to say we didn't instigate, but I'm saying
we
that-
did instigate. There's
But
no
I'm
doubt.
saying, like, if you have a guy who's physically assaulting other people, pushing
and
them,
dropping loud F-bombs on the press row.
Yes,
Yeah.
where other radio shows are also trying to broadcast and he's F-bombing in the background, you would think they would have at least some problem with him.
Right.
In addition to having a problem with us. But no, they wouldn't. Then in 2009, it really came to a head when he not only pushed, but reached out and grabbed me around the throat and started squeezing. We had one P1 that reminded us of Corby having a confrontation with Nasty at the media party.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
And did
Had a
Corby
gang fight.
Did Corby get that on tape? Because Nasty said some things that these days are very cancelable.
Yes.
Cancelable.
Yeah.
Boy, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Use some ethnic slurs
Yeah.
with Corby.
That's right. That
if
was
we
in
remember correctly.
Phoenix, I believe. Right? We were outdoors, that like ranch setting media party, and that was
Is that when the Gin Blossoms played?
It was very much a scene out of Anchorman, these two gangs from radio stations.
Yeah. Yes. We all broke out into a dance number. So we'll try to get Corby to see what the truth is behind those reports. noise that we're hearing right now. It's something happening at a 2006 media party. So fast forward to 2009. We're at the Super Bowl, and I go up to him, and we have a confrontation, and this is when he actually chokes me, and a police report was taken.
He just wanted to try to make peace with you from from years past. Good question with Bruce yesterday. Just wanted to say hi and see how things are going. He's just staring at me. He's not really saying anything. We're just trying to make a little peace. Is there peace to be had? You can't still be mad. That was like 10 years ago. It was like 10 years.
Oh my God!
Wait, what are you doing?
Oh.
What are you doing? You can't grab someone around the throat. We came over just to make peace.
Get out.
Out of where?
Get away.
Oh my God! He's assaulting Gordo.
That's an assault.
That's a physical assault.
Oh no!
All right. He's having to be held back right now.
We're filing charges. We have that on video.
Do we? Were we taping that?
Yeah. We got that on the webcam. Did he grab you around the neck?
Yes, around the neck, and then pushed and shoved, and he knocked down their broadcast equipment as well.
My God, that guy has a screw loose.
Did you see that?
He's the most short-tempered, violent person I've ever come across.
You try to make peace, and look what happens.
So he just stared at you. He wouldn't say anything.
He just stared at me, gritting his teeth, his jaw bulging. And then reached across and grabbed me around. Yeah, you see that?
Yeah.
We need to get this on camera. We need to get some photographic evidence of
We'll take you to the emergency room and have them photograph you.
Yeah, I need a neck brace.
I think you have a strained larynx.
I think I need to. Yes, he is assaulting me where I make my living.
That's
with
right.
My larynx.
Yeah, you don't look well. I think you may have some
sort of... I feel woozy, and I feel like I can't turn my neck from side to side very well.
He knocked down their little broadcast. I don't know what it is, the mixer stand or something like that.
And keep in mind, this is about 10 years into our relationship with him, and he's still that angry.
Boy, and you had like bubble throat too after he strangled you.
Yeah, he had me around the neck.
Yeah, he had me around the neck, guys. I don't know what was the deal there.
Assaulted me. And I talked with a police officer after that, and I did file a report against him. And I never heard the disposition, but I told the officer I was willing to come back and testify and all that.
And you almost did. You almost went back, right?
They never contacted me, so I don't know what happened to the case.
And they were just probably worn
from that
out.
point on, the NFL made sure to, whenever they were arranging Radio Row, put us on one side of the room and him as far away as possible. And they gave each of us instructions to not talk to each other.
Now, guess who really had my back on this? My buddy boy, Junior Miller. Because you went and talked to an NFL official. This is in 2009, right after he had choked me.
May have been Roger Goodell.
Yes.
Okay, all right. He's complaining to someone. Look at Junior. Junior's mad. Junior's going to handle this. Junior took off his headset, and he's walking right over there and talk to the NFL as Nasty. Nasty's going to assault Junior, man. Look at that.
Okay, Nasty has just walked away, and Junior is now talking to the NFL authority.
I'm going over here and find out what the deal is.
He physically tried to strangle one of our guys.
I did not see that, no.
We have it on video if you'd like to see it.
But you know what? This is something that we're going to take up with the NFL. I'm just a PR guy here.
No problem. We just need to find out who to talk to find out, because the guy freaking choked me.
Okay. Were you the guy that went over there?
Yeah.
Why
the
did
guy
you
that
need
went
to go over there?
We talked to a bunch of different media
you
people
go
here.
in and you with people.
Okay, all right. Okay, it is 8:51 here on Sports Radio 1310 The Ticket. We'll talk to Razor next.
Poor Razor.
So why does the NFL have his side?
I know. Unbelievable. And I was trying to go to the top. I was trying to go to Goodell.
I know. That's true, but every year they see, we got a problem, and then they see all of a sudden your picture comes up. Oh, gosh, him again, the ticket again.
Yes, but they never seem to notice his picture.
Yeah.
I know. That's what I don't get. I can get them being annoyed at all parties.
I know.
But they only seem to be annoyed at our party.
Yeah, and there's lots of evidence and witnesses that see him attacking us physically.
And and the whole thing of, well, you went over with the mic, therefore you asked to be choked.
Right.
That's awfully,
like I
that's
said,
victim blaming.
He buys more
That
gear
is
than we do, so the NFL's going to take his side.
Well, that is a blood pressure raising trip down memory lane, Radio Row.
The all-time ticket nemesis, Nasty Nestor.
The observation deck with Gordo. It's brought to us this morning by Man's Best Friend and A Number One Air.
Thank you so much, Miller Man. All right, here in a few minutes we're going to do some maybe some Twitter tweets, maybe up on the website, post kind of the vantage point where people can see where we are, because we are tucked way back here in the back of Radio Row. And I would say right now we're at about 15% capacity at Radio Row. Not many people have showed up yet to do their shows. So now usually in the media center here, they'll always set out some coffee, for people who are trying to have their morning coffee, get woken up and wakened and get you entertained on the way to work.
Bob.
So I walked over there. Right by us, there's this little buffet table, and they have some food and some coffee. So I walk up there to get some coffee. There was a group of 3 women standing there who were all wearing somewhat starchy, official-looking uniforms, pants that they would normally not wear in real life, so I figured that they must work here.
Mm-hmm.
So I get my coffee cup, and I reach for the little handle, spigot, and one of the ladies says, "Sir, you're not allowed to drink that coffee, sir. That coffee is the exclusive property of the..." I don't know who's in there. It was a Gatorade USA Corporation. They're filed under the Federal Communications Act of the SEC. And so I was like, oh, okay, it's just coffee. They had a vat of it, and no one was at this buffet. I can understand if I was taking food, something limited, but it's coffee. But I said, okay, could you tell me where the coffee is for, the lower-end people, the dirt, like me? You will have to proceed down this hallway. You're going to go down here, and you're going to go to the east corridor of the Griffin wing of the... Whatever, okay, so fine. So I go to the place where I can get coffee. So as I'm approaching the coffee station, there is only one other human being that is also approaching at the same time. So we're going to converge on the spigot at the same time by my mental calculations of motion.
Well, that's no problem. We're all brothers here in the media, aren't we?
We all work in the media together, and there's, thousands of media members that cover this event.
Mm-hmm. Great.
But I immediately know that this particular confrontation will be a problem because it's the one person of these 3,000 media members that cover this event that we've been told by the NFL that we are not allowed to have any contact with. I look over and I see the frosted tips of Nasty Nestor heading towards the coffee machine at the same time that I am. We're the only 2 in this hallway, so I have a choice to make. Do I try to politely say hello? Because really and truly, I don't hate him the way he hates us. To me, it's just kind of funny, and I'm indifferent towards him, and it's not that big a deal to me. But he hates us, and me in particular.
With a passion.
Yes. With the burning of 1,000 dying stars. I mean, he cannot stand us. And so I'm trying to decide, should I say hello or should I not? If I say hello, will this be seen as a provocative action on my part by the NFL? Does he complain
Could be.
about us?
I mean, just you saying hi could get him to go to the league and say he won't leave me alone.
Because he will lie. I mean, he lies to the league about our exchanges. He lied to the Houston station, said that he messed up my face pretty bad, and I refused to press charges because I was scared of his retaliation. So what would you have done?
Boy, that's a good one. I probably would have said nothing.
Yeah, act like a ghost.
But it would be interesting to see how he would react if you had said, "Hey, Nasty, how you been?" or something like just real innocent.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what he would have done. And maybe you did do that.
Well, see, I've done that in the intervening years since the famous confrontation when he was OJ to my Nicole.
Wow.
And he just glares at me, and then he complains that I've talked to him.
Right.
So that's kind of the idea that I was going on. So as we go to the coffee maker at the same time and our fingers gently touch on the spigot, I said nothing to him. I did not have words with him.
Did he notice you?
Yes. He noticed me. He looked at me and then looked straight down again. Now, here's what's even crazier, is he is not more than 4 tables away from this, and I'm looking at him right now.
Are you really?
Yeah.
He's only 4 tables away from
Look behind you,
yeah,
Giorgio.
sure enough.
See behind you? See the guy in the coat? If Giorgio's eyesight was any good, I could be pointing. Giorgio, you're looking at a ficus tree, the one that you just recognized as Nasty Nestor.
Oh, that's a tree?
Yeah. So he's not that far from us, and usually the NFL puts us on opposite sides of the room. Now, should we approach it at some point this week?
No.
Well, the NFL doesn't care enough that they put him so close to us.
They will they will care if he goes to him and said these guys are bothering me again. Then we don't want to go down that road.
Now, some P1s who are maybe have only listened to us for a couple years might not know who Nasty Nestor is. This guy, the short definition of him is the biggest joke in the radio business.
Who thinks he's the biggest name in the radio business?
He is a guy who works up in Baltimore, and works is kind of in quotes here because his station is, I think he bought it. He got some friends together and bought a station that is, you think the ticket signal is bad? From what I understand, that signal that he bought barely covers the shack that's next to the transmitter. It barely has that coverage.
And it's because no station would hire him. So the only way he could get on the air was to buy his own station.
And somehow or another, many, many years ago, we got crossways with him here when we'd come to the Super Bowl. And we made fun of him for his jersey. He would wear a Ravens jersey around, and he has this stupid frosted tips in his hair, and he just is the biggest doucher you've ever seen.
Radio station gets a 0.0 rating, and that's a fact.
Yeah.
So that means they have 0 listeners.
Yeah, it's almost like they're not even encoded.
Right.
Anyway.
And Did you imagine that?
Yeah, I get it. But, that's the smaller markets. That's, they'll do that. They'll do things like forget to encode a signal.
Well, yeah, they don't have quality engineering at places like that.
Okay, let's move on.
Yeah, even though Nasty's station gets a 0.00, even though they have no listeners, he walks around the media center like he's Bob Costas.
And didn't he have a ring of some kind?
Yeah, he got a Ravens
Super Bowl ring.
Somehow he got a ring. There you go, ring police. What do you think about that one?
What do you think I think about that?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
That ought to prove my point. That they need to clamp down on that BS.
I think he went and just bought. I think they had a deal where the fans could go buy one. Anyone could have got a Ravens ring. Of course he did.
That's basically what it's like for any championship team. Anybody can get one now. They give away so many.
It's amazing. So, yes, I did not have words with him out of respect for this station and the Cat Man, who's always nervous. Cat Man, who's got more important fires to put out right now than whether or not we're warring with Nasty Nestor. So, so that's the update on the Nasty
Probably a
situation.
good move.
Yeah.
But if he's still here on Friday...
No.
No way.
Because we have to cover the game on Sunday. And I want to deal with the National Football League.
And we want to go next year, and the year after, and the year after.
Stay away.
Speaking of people being on Radio Row, have you noticed there is one person not here on Radio Row this year?
Your nemesis?
Nasty Nestor?
Y'all's nemesis.
Your nemesis.
We hadn't been assaulted by him like you have.
That is true. I'm the only member of the ticket team that has been physically assaulted. And as I worded it at the time, that was the P1s getting assaulted. That wasn't just me getting assaulted. That was him.
They weren't insulting him like you were.
I wasn't insulting him. If you remember, I think that I was
trying to make the peace.
Trying to do the peace thing. Now, you can argue that, well, you're trolling him by offering peace to a guy who is volatile and prone to assault. If that's your form of victim blaming, then go ahead.
I want to say we haven't seen him the last couple.
Right.
Not
last year.
Unlike you guys, I did my research and went down the.
Okay.
Now we're talking about this guy named Nasty Nestor, who the ticket has had a long and patchy history with. I don't know that it was ever a good history.
No.
It seemed like we talked friendly the
Very first
year,
time.
and then somebody said something and it upset him. So This goes way back to the 90s even. And he's a guy from Baltimore who was a radio personality, I guess.
Yeah.
But didn't he buy an AM station?
Yes.
Or
yeah.
But it was a tiny one, kind of like the ticket story, right? Just can't hold that against him.
Yeah, and at one point his station got a 0.0 in the ratings, which I thought was really, really rare, but apparently it's not.
So he has the station and he get credentialed, and he would always fight with the ticket guys, and it wasn't just me. It was Corby, and he got into it with Greggo, and Norm even tried to go make peace with him.
He'll talk to Norm.
He talked somewhat to Norm, but it didn't go well.
No, because Norm came back and said,
there will be no peace.
There will be no peace, pal.
He grabbed the microphone from, I think it was me one time, our microphone, and shoved it down the front of his underwear and rubbed it on his sack.
That's kind of funny.
Handed it back to me. Every time that we would try to talk to him, remember, he would just grab the mic and just start yelling the F word over and over and over again.
Yeah. He had a very short fuse.
Very short. He's not on Radio Row. His credential has been pulled.
Really?
Yes.
Ooh.
And the amazing thing is that when we used to have these battles with him on Radio Row, the NFL always seemed to protect him, and we never understood that.
We have a reputation. The ticket does.
How does he not have a reputation?
Well, I'm sure he does, but as a station, we had one and probably still have one. That's why we can't ask questions at press conferences anymore and the whole thing.
That's why they put us over here in the corner.
Yeah, like Raider Nation.
And by the way, there's going to be more to this story of the ticket having a reputation, because George and I had a very uncomfortable encounter yesterday at opening night.
Yes.
Okay.
And we will tell that story at a time of our choosing. And by the way, I have audio support of that.
Oh, you do?
I just need to find it, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But Nasty Nestor's credential, one of the arch enemy of the ticket of all time, got his credential pulled. What happened there?
Pulled.
That's all of a sudden echolocating. Got his credential pulled by the Ravens.
Oh.
They don't even allow him in their practice facility, I don't think, at any of their games. I think.
Did that happen last year?
Yeah. Baltimore?
Ravens? Yeah.
Did that happen last year or this year?
I think that it happened. Good question.
Because it seems like that sounds familiar to me. Like we heard that maybe happened to him last year.
But I was reading this that this was the first year that he was not.
Okay.
That has to be crushing to him, because remember, he used to wear his Ravens jersey around here, and he
had several of them.
He had a Super Bowl ring.
Yeah.
He got his own Ravens Super Bowl ring.
How did he get a Super Bowl ring?
I guess fans can do that now. You can order a Super Bowl ring.
A smaller replica or something.
I think, yeah.
Copy.
Yeah.
I mean, this is stamped January 15th of this year, so I don't know.
Okay, that's maybe his first miss.
Why did they pull it?
They said, you'll love this, because it's basically what you've been saying your whole life. They said they pulled it because he's not a real media member.
Thank you.
He's a professional imposter.
Yes.
So, now he claims in his defense, his side of the story is that this the Ravens PR guy, Chad Steele, just has it out for him.
Oh, I wonder why. The whole world has it out for that guy.
Remember the time when Corby was trying to talk to him? Because this is the way it worked. We had these 2 or 3 years of conflict with him. We had him grabbing the mic, yelling F you, and so on. And then we would go and try to make peace with him. Every time we went to go talk to him, it was always to try to we would try to kill him with kindness to make peace and smooth it over.
He didn't want it.
And he was always, I've never seen a person who just, you look at him and his blood pressure goes over 300 and he just violently reacts to you without you saying anything negative to him.
It was weird.
It was very weird. But Corby went up to him once and tried to make peace, and Nestor called him made a very anti-Semitic comment. Asked Corby if he was a blanking.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, that was weird.
So, I mean, like that right there, you would think that would have gotten you kicked off of Radio Row 20 years ago.
Yeah.
But apparently that was just okay then. He could say something that anti-Semitic to Corby, and then the NFL would be like, oh, but it's, I mean, hey, you guys did go up and try to make peace with him, so.
I think they defended him because we had the weapon of the roving mic, and I think that drove them crazy.
They hated the roving mic?
Yeah, because I don't think Nasty was the only one who would complain about it.
Well, he's not here this year.
You make his Wikipedia page, Nasty Nestor's Wikipedia page, under the category disputes. It says Aparicio, that's his name, Nestor Aparicio, was videotaped attempting to strangle Gordon Keith. Attempting to strangle
He's
Gordon
strangling
Keith.
me. He's touching me.
He's strangling me. I'm not touching him at all. And look, he's strangling.
In Dallas while covering the Super Bowl, January of 2009.
Yeah.
The two were separated and police were called.
That is true.
Yeah.
Police were called.
There were police there.
And asked if I wanted to make a report. And I said, yeah.
Man, to see in print, attempting to strangle Gordon Keith is really funny.
We used to have that video up.
It's still up, I think, somewhere. I think it's on the YouTube.
Okay, I've been attacked. I want
the record to show that I have been attacked by this gentleman right here.
This gentleman.
I love Gordo's bubble voice after being strangled.
What are you doing?
Grab somebody around the neck.
I can't do that. That's against the laws.
We didn't exactly leave the bench to go defend you either. We were just kind of going, he's getting assaulted over
that's
there.
assault way over halfway across the room.
Hey, you leave him alone over
cut that
there.
out over there.
Hey, Gordon, can you get a message to him from me? Tell him to leave you alone.
Yeah, no one messes with our guy over there. Cut that out.
Yeah, hey, we got it recorded. We'll file charges.
Yeah, we'll look back at
you
it
okay?
later.
So that was 2009, and now it's 2022, and he's no longer here.
Get away.
Get away.
That's what his producer, I think, was saying. She worked at his station.
Oh,
she had shake voice. Play that again.
Get away.
Wow. All right. That was great. Thank you for that trip down memory lane. Nasty Nestor memory lane.